Welcome back, guys. So just imagine taking your camera and capturing, sights, scenes, and sounds of our beautiful island, Jamaica. Well, this is what our next guest decided to do. Joining us this morning is Chief Content Creator and Travel Vlogger, Duane Phillips. Hi, Duane. Welcome to Weekends, man. How are you?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing good.
What kind of prompted you to start capturing these moments? We were talking a little bit before, and you said, you focus on like food and music and some travel experiences. So what kind of prompted you to start capturing and sharing these moments?
So, it's interesting. It kind of went back to just my history with hospitality because I work in the industry, I work in hotels. But I got my first car a couple years ago, and I used to always see these nice places and said, you know what? I really want to start doing this thing.
Okay.
Now I can. So I just started going to all these cool places and putting them on my Instagram.
Okay.
One of my closest friends was like, yo, you should do like a blog or something. Like, let people know about these places. And thought about it. Said I was going to do it. I did a little poll and sent to all my friends for ideas for the names. And they chose down the road.
Okay.
And I just went with it, full steam
and
ahead.
run with it.
Run with it, yeah.
Now, how important is it for you to just like share your experiences? Because, yes, people want to see where you're going and what you're doing, but how important is it for you to share these new places and these new food spots and that kind of thing?
I think it is because back then when I started blogging, I don't want to say a majority of Jamaican blogs were run by expatriates.
Okay.
And I am all about representation. And I thought, why aren't there any Jamaicans doing this and having a website or videos online? Like I used to look for these different rivers and it was always some white person with a camera. And I was like, why don't I do this?
Yeah.
So I thought it was really important for representation to share these things. And also, people need to know about our tourism. It's not just for Americans and Europeans. Like, we can be dryland tourists too. Yeah.
And in terms of sharing it in the digital space now, and people are sharing it in not only, post-trip, but in real time and providing real experiences.
Right.
This is also important as well, especially when you want to, develop an audience.
Absolutely. And I've met so many friends just through sharing this digitally, found out new places, connected with lots of businesses, I think it's really important.
Okay. As a content creator, what are some of possibly the most surprising comments that you've heard after you've shared some of the content?
Yeah, probably just that they didn't know a certain place existed. They didn't know how cheap it was because a lot of places give local discounts. A lot of people don't know how cheap it is to go to these attractions. But probably the craziest thing is just people asking me how much for the food. Like I was the one that cooked it,
Okay.
So funny.
Okay. And I was reading and I read that you actually won some awards as well.
Right.
From the Ministry of Tourism, just because you've been sharing this kind of content and sharing your experiences right across Jamaica. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand with my career because I work in hospitality, I work in hotels. So just going across the island and finding about these attractions and just knowing about my product has helped me share that product with the guests that I have that come to the hotel. And like I say, hand in hand, it worked out in my favor at work. And I was able to be nominated for that national award, it was really great.
Which place would you say is your favorite that you've probably visited?
Oh, wow.
Right. In Jamaica, or your top 3 standout hidden gems that you're pleased that you got to share it with your audience and your viewers.
All right, so I think number 1 I'd say is this place called Calby's Hidden Beauty.
Okay.
It's close to Blue Hole in Ocherius on Thatch Hill. Really pretty property. It has a campground and a nice river. I think that's probably the biggest hidden gem for me.
Okay.
I went to a place called Gut River in Manchester. It was a crazy skinny road after you pass Alligator Pond and drive for like an hour. It's kind of scary, but that was one of the craziest hidden gems that I went to. And not so hidden, Reach Falls.
But a favorite of yours.
It's really a favorite of mine because, funny story, I went there so many times and I didn't realize until recently that if you walk up the river, there's a whole other section.
Okay.
So those three, I think, are my favorites.
Standouts.
Yeah.
Do you normally travel alone, or do you have like a travel buddy that you just call up and say, hey, or you have a group of friends that you count on?
I have a group of friends. Down the Road was created by me, but my friends are always with me. So
yeah, they enjoy it too.
Exactly. The idea of it is that friends can travel and have fun. You just need to go down the road, you know? Like, it's not far to find something fun to do.
Not far at all. And it seems you've been traveling to outside of Jamaica.
I have.
And you have some other things that you want to share. So you were actually expanding, you know, not only right here, but overseas as well, which is good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Duane, thank you so much for joining us on Weekend Smile. It is very important for you and for us to, you know, share our experiences so other persons can enjoy it as well. So thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. That was Chief Content Creator and Travel Vlogger Duane Phillips. More on Weekend Smile after the break.